Is that why you think like people who aren't really into horror movies or this kind of thing really like the Walking Dead? I mean, we had somebody from a show
There
earlier.
are 4-year-olds that love The Walking Dead. There are 4-year-olds. 4-year-olds that get their grandparents into the show. Like, it's the most surreal experience.
Why is that?
I think my calendar, that thing failed. But I mean, like, there's this whole sense of like dread in the world of like financially things are kind of and even like people think that the world might end in some other capacity. So it's kind of fun to fantasize about who you would be. Would you be Daryl? Would you be Rick? Would you be Shane? Would you be Glenn? Would you be Larry? You voice that because you get in there and you realize that it's not necessarily about the zombies or the horror. It's about, when everything's stripped away and all the society is gone, like, what do you focus on and who do you turn into? And I think that's what we're trying to hit. It's fun.
Turn into a naked walker, is that what you said?
We should talk about like some of the walkers because you have the hero walkers, which are the ones that you see up close, and you've had like a different level of makeup that you've done for how close they are, right? That you had to change that once you realized all the cameras were out there.
Well, we separated in terms of we have our hero walkers that have contact lenses and dentures, and they get close to camera, and then we have mid-grounds, which are paint jobs with blood splattered, and sometimes we have people in masks. The trick with television is it's not like a movie where you have one camera that sort of covers the principal action. We have multiple cameras because we shoot a mini zombie movie every 8 days. We have 8 days to shoot. So it's, we're shooting 8 to 10 pages of material a day, which includes the dialogue, the action scenes. So it's really challenging. It's really challenging for the action scenes, and then we get into big drama scenes where you have all the actors in a room. So we have, what I found interesting having directed episodes is you set 3 cameras up and your camera guys are filming the background zombie. So they're filming the guy with the mask and his orange hair sticking out. You're like, no, don't shoot that guy because he's supposed to be in the background. But they film different things, so you have to be real careful. And to me, it's really important that the walkers always have a very specific level of realism, because that's what makes the show, it gives it that extra level. The first season, all the actors, the scene in season 2 actually, when you guys were gutting the zombie and pulling the guts out looking for Sophia, I mean, we wanted to be real, and we had all these little sacks. We took like nylon stocking and silk and put methicillin slime in it and had a whole fake chest. So these guys actually cut into it and were pulling guts and intestines out. And
that was so fun. And he had like little tubes with hot air that would blow like hot air in your face. So yeah.
Actually farted in the tube, and that was the hot air.
Well, I think we probably have about 2,500 potential walkers here who would love to be on the show. What makes a good one? I mean, because maybe you think like, I could go out there and shuffle and groan. How do these guys make it work?
How do the zombies make it work to be good zombies?
What's a good zombie?
Oh, well, we have zombie school, and we actually, I grade everybody. We grade them on their look, and we grade them on their performance. And one thing I learned from George Romero was, if you demonstrate a zombie walk for 100 people, they'll all do the exact same thing. So what we do is, they're actors in the episodes just like these guys are. So when these guys are interacting with them, they're doing scenes with the principal cast. So they have to be good performers, and they have to bring their characters to life. So we work with them pretty specifically to make sure. I have a little book that has pictures of every person that plays a walker, and I handpick each one. Like the RV walker that Andrea stabs in the eye with the screwdriver, all that stuff. We handpick those people, and then we do their makeups, but they have to be able to act, and it's important.
We found one good one at a bar. Actually,
Guys, you saw last week's episode once when our heroes escape Woodbury. There's that one hideous bald walker that turns and looks into Woodbury. That guy, we found him at a bar we were drinking one night.
Dang, are you sure?
Boo! Budweiser sucks! Budweiser sucks!
thought it was a Coke. Oh, that's hilarious. Thank you.
Show me your Coke.
Yeah, we're gonna be drunk in about 10 minutes. I'm just trying to catch up to you guys.
What's been your, Lauren, what's been your favorite scene to shoot this season?
Favorite scene to shoot? Yeah, the first episode, all the kick-ass stuff. The most fun thing is probably getting up to that walker where I rip his mask off and like... Because I love that reaction. That's what you do. You'd be in that world and you'd get a really good kill and you'd still be completely thrilled and be like, oh, did you see that? That. It's all those moments of making it still real and making, like, celebrating something.
Steven, is it safe to...
You should recreate the scene with the governor.
Steven, is it safe to assume your favorite was ripping that arm out and fucking giving it to that guy?
She gave it to that guy.
Oh, no, wait, when you ripped it out,
I ripped the arm out. That was awesome. That was a great day. Just because, like, you just do what you think you're supposed to do to get a bone out of an arm, and they made an arm so real that as I was ripping it, I was just like, ugh. And what was cool about it is that is what you would do as well.
Well, we made the bones out of resin, and we put the bones in the mold, and then we put like fake muscle material around it, and then poured silicone around the whole arm. So when he actually broke it and ripped into it, there was all these different layers of meat inside it. So we actually made it hard for him to do because we wanted it to be real. So then we had the fake fake bone pieces.
Yeah, just like ripping it out and like just like digging in there with your fingers and like.
Our shop in Georgia, we have like the gas mask walker, and we have Dead Penny. We have the Michonne's pets heads, all the heads from the fish tanks are all sitting on shelves in our shop.
Well, the walker that you took out in the scene, that was a crew member, right?
Yeah, so we have a stunt coordinator. His name is Russell Towery, and he used to be the stunt. He used to be RoboCop. He was RoboCop. He's awesome, but the dude is like the nicest guy, and he's hilarious. So I'm sitting there trying to like be in the moment, and sometimes I can't control how hard I'm throwing my arms, and so I have a wooden thing on my arm, and I jacked him in the head maybe 3 or 4 times. And the best part is that, like, you know, you're seriously in this moment, and you're like, I'm gonna kill this fucking walker, like, this sucks. And this guy, and he's coming at me as an actor, as a walker, but then he gets hit in the head, he's like, ah, and then he's like, ah. Steve, you just gotta, like, just don't actually, fuck. Damn it. And then, like, you know, it breaks the reality, but it's hilarious.
I'm trying to find the picture. After Steve did that scene where he breaks off the chair and rips that walker to shit, we went into the room and we pretended to take a nap with the body. And I have a picture, but I can't find it.
Oh, hey, no, that's... Oh. There's only 4 of us. I mean, and 5 of us.
I'm the help.
Welcome to Wisconsin!
Thanks, dude.
Go Packers!
Can we get it on the camera?
The best is when we'll be sitting at a restaurant or a bar and we'll be talking about the show. We have to be very cautious because we don't want to ruin stuff, and we don't know who's going to be listening, but a lot of times we'll be like, hey man, so like when you chop that person's head off tomorrow, what weapon do you want to use? And then when we first started the show, people would be at the next table and they'd be like, and like, oh yeah, and I've had meetings with directors and shit where I forget what the hell the movie was, but it was Drag Me to Hell. I was meeting with Sam Raimi, and we were talking about the fight in the car when Christine bashes the shit out of Mrs. Ganoush, and I'm sitting there with Sam Raimi. We're like, okay, so when you bash the old lady's head into the steering wheel. Do you want her teeth to come out? And are you gonna stab her in the face with a stapler? And the people at the next table were like, what the fuck are they talking about? I just want one day for some little old lady to just go, oh, and just get up and run out. Yeah, bitch, we're coming after you.
But I'm guessing that the towns area where you shoot, they've really embraced you guys being there, right?
Yeah, we have, I mean, the coffee shop has like Walker Blend coffee and...
You guys want to hear a crazy, actual Norman transcending Daryl story?
Should I be scared right now?
Remember when, so Norman got hurt on set due to some, excess flailing, and he got cut on the head, like really bad. He was profusely bleeding. And then I'll let Norman finish this because this is like a fucking badass story.
Wow, that was a crazy day. I got
You
hurt,
can do it!
had stitches across my forehead, but so I stand up and blood's coming down and everyone's freaking out and they rush me to the hospital and you already have so much blood all over us, like fake blood. So I come, barging in the hospital, people are like, oh my God, I'm covered in blood. So I get the stitches and then I come, they take me back to set, I get the day off. They take me back to set and then a Teamster's driving a van that I'm in the front seat and someone's driving my car back to my apartment, right? So I have stitches, I'm all out of it. We leave set, we go up over a hill and there's an 18-wheeler on its side in a ditch. And there's some old, there's like telephone poles hit and stuff. And this old lady's in the row going, he's trapped behind the wheel, I think he had a heart attack. So I jump out of the van, pull this big, fat, sweaty guy out of the side of the truck. That's what you're talking about, right? Yeah. All right. So I pull this big, fat, sweaty guy out of the sideways 18-wheeler and put him on the ground. And I'm like, are you with me? Are you with me? And he's so out of it. And then people are starting to stop their cars. And then an ambulance finally comes and is running over and he goes, did I just take you to the hospital? I go, yeah, but it's not me, it's him. And then he starts cutting open his shirt and then people started taking pictures and so we took off. But it was the weirdest fucking day.
Impressive. It's impressive. Did that end up on CNN? Did any of that end up on CNN when he was a hero?
No, nobody ever knew.
Yeah, we kept
That was just, he's just a hero. We love him.
I think I was on Viking or something.
Because